Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm back again with this eyelash. I've actually done that's the back, one of the fronts, and I'm on to the other front. And I'm just following my own, this border lace, just the stitches and everything for it, because naturally I'm not doing any pattern on this, you wouldn't be able to see it. But it's very hard to tell whether you're on a knit row or a purl row. And I had to pick up the stitches for the, the right front. I had to pick up the stitches for the right front. And I'm seeing now, am I knitting across that row or purling across that row? I had to move all the little bits of stuff out of the way, it's a purl row. You'd start with a purl row, a knit row, and then another purl row, and then start with the decreasing. It is very, very difficult to see the actual stitches underneath all what I call the rubbish. But I've actually gotten very used to knitting with it, and I don't mind knitting with it now. Not once I started and got the hang of knitting with it. In fact, you don't need a hang of knitting with it. It's no different than knitting with ordinary wool, because even those, what I call the rubbish, just blends in when you're knitting. It just blends in with it. Mine, I don't know what it's going to be like to sew it up. I don't know. I think I'm going to find some pink as thin as possible. I might find some double knitting and split the wool, unstrand it and pick it to make it thin, so it's not noticeable, because I don't know whether I can sew with that. But I'll have a go first before I do anything else, when I have to sew it up, to see. And then what it's going to be like, because I'll have to put a neckband on it. I don't have to put the bands on, because I've just been doing this pattern, my own pattern here. This one has moss stitch down the bottom on the edge of the sleeves and round the neck and the band, but I've just been doing garter stitch because it would just be too difficult to see the stitches, when you're doing a knit one and a purl one. So I'm just going to do a garter stitch around the neck when I finish it. But like I'm saying, it's quite easy to knit with, easier than I thought actually. But it's going to look quite thick when it's finished. I've got a little bit of, that little black, it's a little bit fluffing with it of something. I don't know what it's going to look like or feel like on a baby, but it feels more like it's going to be an overcoat, not just a little cardigan, because it is really thick, it's soft thickness, but it's very thick. But anyway, I'll see when I get round to doing that. And then I forgot what row I was on to again, so I've got to move all the stitches. It's a purl row. I'll just start that row off, and then I'll put this down, because I have had happy meal this morning. Yeah, I've done 1 or 2 stitches of that row. I'll put that down now. I've had happy meal. This is from a lady called Val, who I had to open it because to see what was inside it first, but the postman, I get some cheek off them postmen. Says, Mrs. Smith, I'm never away from your door. Yes, shut off, says, not every day. Oh, there's a little card in here. I had to open it, and when I pulled the card, when I was opening it to pull it out, it pulled some of the stuff out. Now, I have an idea what's in before I look inside, but it says, Sheila, hope this is of some use to you, from Val. I'll put that down. I can see what's in, actually. It's a lot of cardboard. I'll open the box and take it out. Oh, Val, You like your wheats for your breakfast. These are the kind of things that I make my own the cardboard to put inside my knitting patterns. So I will get probably 1, 2, could possibly get 4 out of that one. But there are some, it looks like there's some knitting patterns, but there's a lot of card here as well. They look like the card, you know, of envelopes that you get with the card on the back. Some of it looks like. Oh, some of them are all the right size as well. There have been some of them the right size. Some larger ones here. Oh, thank you very much for that, Val. I don't think I'm going to be needing to hunt around for any of this for quite a long time. This is the second lot I've got, the other lot from Shirley that came the other day. So I'll put that up there because there's some patterns in here as well. I'm going to have a look through these. Oh, I love that one. That's crochet bag. I like that one. I'll have to have a look at that one, check the instructions. I don't usually follow crochet instructions. I haven't got a clue how to read crochet instructions. I just know how to do it. So I'm going to definitely have a look at that one. I could do some of those to sell because it looks quite easy actually. It's what is the kind of wool? Well, it's 8mm crochet hook, so it's quite thick wool. Pop, Bernat Pop, bulky. So that's definitely one to look at. So I'll put that one there. Oh, and there's some nice. I think Val must have been printing out some of her patterns for me. Some lovely short-sleeved and sleeveless tops. Are nice for the summer. You have a really closer look. They are the kind of things I like. They're old-fashioned by today's standards. But I don't think they ever go out of fashion, those sort of things. I like that one as well. Oh, there's another one as well. Lovely lacy pattern. Oh, a hat. Cutie Knits Designs. Little hat with a cable design on it. I wonder if these are from those sites where you get all the free patterns from. Oh, it's an emu. This is a proper pattern, this one. That's another nice one. I think I have a similar one to that, actually. Lovely summer tops. Oh, it's baby one. Peyton's. Baby, no, the baby's hat and cardigans and little hooded jacket and that thing. Oh, little mittens. There's another lovely one. Oh, I think I have a one like this as well. It's another one. Similar, not the same, but similar. It's a style craft. Lovely little baby cardigans. I like to see a lot of different styles because it gives me ideas for what I can do for myself. These are for premature baby ones. Little mittens and hats and cardigans. It's another one. Oh, there's quite a few ones, quite a lot of pages on this one. So, baby turban hats. Oh, they look nice, little ones with a little bit gathered at the front. I like those. Oh, some more hats here. These are for just new babies, I think, these ones. Oh, up to toddler size. Little lacy little hats there. Another, for someone who's having chemo, that's the type, that's what they're called, chemo caps. Very thoughtful, that. And this is a, oh, this is, they call it bubble stitch, but I call it blackberry. Just got a little bit of the blackberry on the bottom. I think it's in later years it became known as bubble stitch, but in my young day when I was knitting it, it was called blackberry. Yes, there's quite a few. That would be interesting to do, that one. It's a cardigan knitted from the top down. I've never ever knitted anything like that before. It's showing the parts of the instructions there on the, where you're knitting it from the top down. Oh, I might have a try, something like that. Little bit different for me. So there's some lovely patterns as well off Val. I'll have to add them to my collection. I'm going to have to get another one of those folders to put all patterns, because I have so many now. In fact, I'm just spoiled for choice now. I've got that many with the patterns out of that people have sent me, and all my own patterns. And even my friend, I think, gave me hers a little while ago to copy. I'm having some of my tea before it gets cold as well. And thankfully my knitting pattern, the last one I've sold, has been going well the last few days. I never stopped this morning. Every time I went to I have everything on my dining table in the back room, and every time I went out to get a pattern, because that cash register sound came on my phone. So I was going to pack the pattern up, put it in the envelope and put the stamp on, ready for the post tonight. I'll wait until tonight to see how many I have. And I just finished writing out and put the stamp on, walked away, and the cash thing went again on my phone, and that was continuously all morning. That's all I've done. It's sort of quieting down now. I think most people must have got the pattern they want, but it was the same yesterday when I first put it up. And then it quietens down a little bit, but I do put packs of patterns up, you know, a little bit cheaper for anyone, so they don't have to pay the £2.50 for every single pattern. If they want a few, you should look through them before you pick any, because I do have the the two smallest baby ones, the rosebud and the border lace ones and the baby blanket. I have that get 3 patterns for the price of 2 on eBay, and I also have all 7 of the cardigan patterns for a lot cheaper as well. You can get all of them for £10. So if anyone's looking, make sure you look through the lot if you're getting more than one, because there might be a pack like that in the I think I still have a pack of 5 up as well for when I first started doing them. But like I'm saying, I never stopped the last couple of days just writing out envelopes. I haven't had much time for actual knitting. And I went out last night. I waited till about 10:30. I wait until about 10:30, and any orders that come in up to 10:30, I pack them up in the envelopes and go up to the post box. And it's a good job. I put them into a plastic bag, because by the time I got up to the post box they would have been soaking. It was quite dry. It takes me about 8 minutes to walk from my house up to the top of my estate where the post box is. It was quite fine. I got to the top of my part of the street and it started a little bit drizzle. Just very fine. I thought, oh well, that's okay. Of course I didn't take my umbrella with me either. By the time I got up to the post box, it was chucking it down. I was soaked, my hair was soaking, because I just had a short jacket on. I didn't have my coat with the hood on, so didn't have my umbrella, so I got wet. But that's what happens sometimes, don't you, when you're not expecting it. At least all the patterns in the envelopes were dry, because I put them in a plastic bag to carry them, because I had quite a few and I wasn't just going to carry them in my hand, because I end up, you know, squashing them, and I just put them in the plastic bag. And I always, when I pack them now, I put them in a little plastic bag, just one of those thin plastic things, you know, the little cheap plastic bags, just in case it rains and the envelopes get wet. At least the patterns inside will be safe, because they're in a little bag, a little plastic bag to keep them dry. Because you never know with our weather. And I think I've got to decrease on this row. That's it. That's something else. I can't see my decreasing when I did this. You know, I've done 2 there too soon. I've still got 1 stitch more than I should have. That 1 stitch. When I knit, I do a lot of counting rows, how I get my patterns right and that, but I can't count the rows with this, because I can't work them out. I can sort of move them if I keep moving the stuff around, but it's very hard to count the rows. But I'm done. And I think I'm only on to the 2nd ball with this, so this could possibly be enough to make another one. Maybe the next size up for Jane. So anyway, that's my little bit for today. So give a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.